Today we're immersing ourselves in a gripping tale, a live search and rescue mission playing out in the icy depths of the Atlantic Ocean. A saga spun from the threads of human inquisitiveness, daring, and the undying spirit of discovery, and a narrative that weaves us back to the heart-wrenching incident of a timeless maritime legend. The Titanic. The Titanic, even after over a century of its sinking, holds a peculiar fascination for us. The allure of its tragic story, the magnificence of the ship itself, and the promise of undiscovered artifacts still resting with the wreckage, draws explorers and historians alike. This isn't just a matter of historical interest, but of unclaimed treasures, artifacts, and personal belongings of the passengers that may still lie undisturbed. But this pursuit of knowledge and discovery comes at a high cost. As a British billionaire explorer, a Pakistani father and son, a French diver, and the CEO of a submarine tourist company discovered when their expedition took a turn for the worse. On June 18th, Ocean Gate Expeditions' submersible, which promises adventurers a close view of the Titanic's wreckage for a hefty $250,000, lost connection with their research vessel, the Polar Prince, just an hour and 45 minutes into their journey. The US Coast Guard was notified, launching a full-scale search and rescue mission. But let's pause for a moment. How exactly can someone be rescued from such an enormous depth? We're talking about 13,000 feet below the surface of the Atlantic. The answer lies in the resources of the Coast Guard and the military, who deploy sonar-equipped vessels and aircrafts. They're aided by sonar buoys, floating devices that use sonar technology to detect underwater sounds. Even though the water pressure at this depth is over 300 times that at sea level, rescue isn't impossible. Among the explorers is Hamish Harding, a British billionaire explorer, Paul-Henri Nargeolet, a former French Navy member with a deep-sea diving pedigree, Shahzada Dawood, a Pakistani businessman, his son, Suleiman Dawood, and Ocean Gate CEO Stockton Rush. These brave individuals dove into the unknown to quench their thirst for adventure and discovery, fully aware of the risks associated with such a dive. A minor equipment malfunction, a sudden change in sea currents, or a collision with underwater debris could have resulted in their submersible being trapped. Let's turn back the clock and reflect on one of the most successful underwater submarine rescues in history, which might offer some hope in our current situation. In 1939, near the start of World War II, the USS Squalus, a submarine of the United States Navy, sank off the coast of New Hampshire during a test dive. Due to a mechanical failure, the submarine sank to a depth of around 243 feet, and of the 59 crew members on board, tragically, 26 men were lost in the initial incident. However, what's notable about this particular case is that the remaining 33 crew members survived the sinking, trapped inside the forward compartments of the submarine. Their predicament seemed dire, and yet hope was not lost. Why the presence of the McCann Rescue Chamber? This was a unique diving bell designed specifically for submarine rescue. The chamber was sent down to the submarine, able to lock onto the hatch of the stranded sub. The crew could then enter the chamber, which was detached and brought back to the surface. Despite the pressure changes, cold, and the psychological stress of being trapped underwater, all 33 remaining crew members were successfully rescued. This operation was the first successful underwater rescue of a submarine's crew and set the precedent for future submarine rescues. While the circumstances of the Squalus and our current situation with the Ocean Gate Expedition submersible are different, this historical example gives us hope. It shows us that even in the most dire circumstances, human ingenuity and determination can overcome the odds. This ongoing situation is a solemn reminder of the inherent dangers that come with the exploration of unknown territories. These explorers embarked on a journey fueled by the desire for discovery. Their predicament underscores the thin line between our ambitious pursuit of knowledge and the unrelenting forces of nature. Our hearts go out to the brave adventurers and their families as we hope for their safe return. As we push the boundaries of exploration, stories like this make us realize the enormous challenges we face. And yet, they also remind us why we explore to understand our past, our world, and ourselves. As always, thanks for watching.